On June 19, 2025, several key government actions and activities were noted in Ohio across various sectors. First, Executive Order on Return to Office for State Employees. Governor Mike DeWine signed Executive Order 2025-01D, requiring the return of State of Ohio employees to physical offices or facilities. This order builds on prior emergency measures related to COVID-19, which had allowed for remote work since March 2020. The order emphasizes the importance of fully utilizing state-owned assets and maximizing in-person service to Ohio citizens, noting that many employees never worked remotely due to the nature of their duties. The directive reflects a push to end remote or hybrid work arrangements and ensure nearly full occupancy of state offices. On June 19th, child welfare advocates urged Ohio lawmakers to restore over $60 million in funding for the state's foster care system during the final budget discussions. This funding is critical to address ongoing needs and challenges in foster care, reflecting concern from advocates that insufficient funding could harm vulnerable children and families relying. Fiscal and Economic Report highlights, as of June 2025. While not directly dated June 19, recent budget and economic updates around this period highlight Ohio's strong fiscal performance in the current fiscal year. Through May 2025, the General Revenue Fund, GRF, sources totaled $40.61 billion, beating estimates, particularly in sales and use tax, by nearly $697 million. Medicaid expenditures and personal income tax collections showed variances impacting overall budget performance. Employment showed modest growth, but with labor force changes affecting unemployment slightly. Repeating, slightly. With labor force changes, education advocacy and public mobilization. Although earlier in the year, ongoing education policy protests and advocacy actions contributed to influence state policy discussions. Groups like the Ohio Education Association had organized efforts to oppose funding cuts to public education, advocating for the renewal of the Fair School Funding Plan to protect vulnerable students and public school resources. These efforts reflect ongoing legislative debates about education funding in Ohio. In summary, on June 19, 2025, Ohio's government actions prominently included executive decisions regarding state employee work arrangements and active advocacy around critical budget items, notably foster care funding. Economic and education policy contexts provide additional background, showing ongoing state fiscal management and public policy debates relevant to the government's actions and priorities at this time. These details form a comprehensive picture of Ohio government activity around June 19, 2025.